Today I am bringing you one of my highly requested videos, which is a Notion tour. You guys are always asking, how are you so productive? How are you so organized? How is your life so put together? And the answer to all of those questions is Notion. To me, Notion is like my digital planner. I use it to do all of my scheduling, planning, journaling, note-taking. I literally have my entire calendar on there, so I really can't live without it. Notion is essentially an all-in-one workspace, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my Notion setup and showing you how you can use Notion to optimize your productivity and organization. I also want to quickly thank Notion for sponsoring today's video, which is crazy because I have been using Notion for over a year now, and if you're interested in downloading Notion, I will have a download link at the top of my description for you guys to go download Notion for free. Alright, so when you first open my Notion, this is the first thing you see. So this is like my main dashboard where it's basically an overview of everything. It has the links to all my other pages, and it's just a great way to keep things organized. I wanted to keep this page more simple looking, so I didn't want to go too crazy with it. For the banner, I just have this picture that I got from Pinterest. My picture is just a random picture of me. I literally don't know why I chose that one. You can actually add these cover photos to all of your pages, which make your pages look a lot cuter. You can go on here, change the cover, and then you can import a photo from your computer. I got all the photos I used throughout this video from Pinterest. I have my name, a little text that says the year, and then at the bottom here I have a quote, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of quotes throughout this whole video because I added so many to my Notion. And then under that I have all the juicy stuff, which is all the links to my other pages. What I love about Notion is that it is so customizable and you can go in and add super cute icons like this. These I feel just match my aesthetic and personality so well. So I also have this master to-do list here where I basically go in and write in everything that I need to do, whether they're big tasks or small tasks. I just need somewhere to visually see everything that I have for myself to do. I do have my to-do list sectioned off into two categories. One of them is my priority list, which is basically the things that I need to do soon, and then the other list, which is less important and can be done eventually. Right now I don't have that many things on here because I recently cleared it out for this month. Then under that we have a monthly overview for me to be able to see what is going on this month, what I have planned for the month, you know, what's coming up and stuff. As you can see, the month of June just started, so I don't really have anything on here. But if you go back to like May, as you can see, I have so much stuff. I have the days where I upload my videos, events like Mother's Day, birthdays, and like other due dates that I have. So this is super convenient to just be able to have here. And then at the very bottom, I just have all these like quick links to my social media and just things that I need to be able to access easily. So that would be like my YouTube, Pinterest, and email. But yeah, so now we're gonna go back here to the top and we're gonna be going into our homepage, which is the page that I go on to every single day. This is where I do a majority of my daily planning. I can actually say that I'm so proud of this page because I put so much effort into it. I think it looks really cute. I really customized it so that it matches my aesthetic. I love it. I'm obsessed with this. At the beginning of the year, I actually made this vision board in one of my videos and I just added it onto here because I thought it looked really cute. And then over here, I also have a little icon, which again, you can change. You can put emojis, you can upload an image. I just have this cute little moon. So this is just titled my homepage. I have a little link to a song here so that when I'm on here, I could just play a song, and not gonna play it because we're not trying to get copyrighted. And then down here, I just have a quote of something that I need to remind myself of every day. And down here, we have like my main juicy stuff that I go on every single day. A lot of the stuff you probably have even seen in some of my videos. On the left here, I have a link to one of my favorite Spotify playlists, which by the way, you guys should definitely go follow me on Spotify. I just play this whenever I feel like I'm in the mood to listen to some jams while I'm adding stuff to my Notion or like updating it. Then on the right here, I have a quote from Pinterest. So basically, if you want to add links to anything on here, what you want to do is you want to put / and type in embed. So if you wanted to add in a Spotify playlist, you would go to your Spotify playlist, get the link, paste it in here, and then just link it, and then it just appears. And it's so cool. I love that feature so much. And same goes for the pictures. Actually, no, for pictures it's easier. You can literally just drag it in and then just customize it to whatever size you'd like it to be. And as for these like links that I have here for other pages, you can actually link another page by typing in / link and then just linking another page. Then over here we have a bunch of sections. So I have like a monthly section, a daily section, and then a weekly section, and then also a yearly section. So first let's talk about the daily section. So here I have a bunch of links to things that I go into every single day. So first here we have my game plan, and this is basically my day-to-day game plan. This is where I plan out my day, what I want the day to look like, everything I need to get done, everything I've completed, and all my to-dos. And I also get to plan ahead a little bit and add stuff in that I want myself to do throughout the week. If you guys have have watched any of my productive routine videos, you have most likely seen this page because I'm always showing myself updating this and showing how I plan my week here. So I titled this What I Need to Get Done Today. I just have different sections of what I need myself to do. So I'll have stuff to do for YouTube, things I need to do for like my personal life, and then just like other extra things that I want myself to do. Right now this is in the board view. You can actually change this to be like in a list view, so it shows you everything you need to do in like a list. So if I were to need to do something for like work, let's say I need to edit a video today, I would just click on one of these and you can literally move it around. So when you're done with it, you would just move it to completed, and you could even move it down here. So if I need to edit the video on Monday, I would add it to Monday. So yeah, my main goal for this page is just to get everything on my to-do list done by the end of the week. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the home page, and in my daily, I also just have other tabs of things that I do every single day. So for instance, here I have my habit tracker. I love this page so much. I literally think it's so satisfying to just check stuff off every day. It just makes me feel so accomplished. For example, I have, did I sleep for 7+ hours? If I did, then I'll put yes. I have, did I journal today? Which I have been doing every day. So as you can see, there's like a bunch of boxes that are checked off. And then I have reading. That's just something that I want myself to get more into because I have this bad habit of not keeping up with it. I just have this here to hold myself accountable a little bit. I have the section called mood where I could go in and click on how I'm feeling that day. And then I have a screen time because I think it's really interesting to keep track of how much time I spent on my phone. A lot of the time it's pretty concerning. I obviously felt meh this specific day because I spent 8 hours on my phone. If you want to import this habit tracker, you can actually go to their templates button on the left, and they have so many different template options. They have some for design, education, engineering. The amount of resources they have is amazing. I clicked on the personal category and I just clicked on their inbuilt habit tracker. All you have to do is click on use this template and it'll import it into your Notion. So then down here I have a meal planner, and I actually added this in recently. I haven't started using it because I don't necessarily plan my meals as of now, but I do plan to start doing that once I move out. For now, I'm still in the process of organizing this and figuring out how I'm going to be using this. Right under where it says meal planner, I have these toggle lists for notes and ideas. Under notes, I don't have anything written yet, but that would be just in case I need to write something down for myself. I do have this other one for ideas. Under here, I just have a link to my food rating page, which I'll talk about later. Then I have like a shopping list where I'm going to be writing in everything that I need to shop for. Down here, I just have some recipe ideas where I basically write down a bunch of recipes that I want to try out. A lot of these are my grandma's recipes, so I wrote them down so that whenever I do need them, I could look back on. So just to kind of show you guys how I have this organized, one of the first ones that I have on here is an avocado toast recipe. And basically when you click on it, I have an entire recipe written down step by step, all the instructions, all the ingredients I need, and even the estimated time that it's going to take me to make this. And yeah, it's a really detailed thing because I could definitely see myself getting a lot of use out of this in the future. So as of right now, I'm still in the process of putting in more recipes. I only have a few right now, so that's why it's pretty short. So then on the left here, I just have this monthly section, which is like my monthly overview. I do have links to every month. So for June, for example, which is the month that we are now on, as you can see, it is blank. I did create this template where I basically add this in for every month. I just write in my main goals for the month. I have a little calendar, and then at the very bottom, I just have this like week to week to-do list where I write stuff down that I need myself to get done every week. So I'm gonna show you guys how to create templates. So if you want your month to month page to look like this, but you don't want to have to redo it every single time, what you want to do is type in /template, and you click the template button at the top. What you do is you select all of the things that you want to make a template and you drag it into that command that you just made. So like this, just title it however you'd like. I would put add a new month and then close. So now you can click that and then it just creates a new month for you every month. For like this calendar, for example, I would just type in calendar and it gives you different options. You could put a calendar inline, a calendar full page. So full page would take you to a whole other page. I would just put calendar inline, which is how you make this one appear. Then down here, I have a link to my master to-do list, which you saw earlier, and it's just kind of there so I can have easier access to it and I don't have to be clicking back and forth. And on the right here, we have my weekly section. So here at the top, I have my weekly goals. So this is very necessary for me to have every week because I just need to be able to visually see what I want myself to get done for the week. So here I have the first week of June. I have 3 goals in total. So I would write the goal at the top and then put my progress goals, action and tasks, like what I need to do to achieve that goal. I do that for each goal. And then at the very bottom, I just typed what I would reward myself with if I did finish all of these goals. So again, this is just a template that I use every week. I just add a new week and it's pretty easy. So going back to the homepage, for weekly, I also have my Sunday reset routine. So every Sunday I go into this and I basically look at what I want myself to do this day. Usually this is just my morning routine for Sunday. I did actually make an entire video about my Sunday reset routines. I actually showed this list in my video, so if you recognize it, then that is probably why. And then the last section I have up here is just my yearly section, which is titled 2021. So the first thing under this section is my money section. I have been trying to get better at budgeting, and so the spread has been helping so much. So when you go into here, you see a breakdown of how much I spent this month and how much I made this month. And then also over here, I have these tags that tell you what that expense was for or where I got the money from. So at the top here, I have like a phone bill. So that would be marked as an expense. I do this monthly. It has been life-changing. It has been helping a lot with learning how to budget. It's actually really cool because it actually gives you a sum at the very bottom here of how much money you spent and then how much you made. And now that I can visually see that, it has been letting me know to chill out because it makes me realize that eating out so often could really add up. Next, we have my gradebook page where I basically keep track of all of my schoolwork. And this is actually the only page I have dedicated for my schoolwork because I just need to have it all in one place just so I won't get too chaotic. So the first thing you see on here is the checklist for all of my assignments. I take so many classes, so being able to just write down all of my assignments from every single class and seeing which ones are going to be due soon has been so helpful. If you're also someone that takes a lot of classes and has a lot of assignments that get piled up, this feature of Notion would probably be very useful for you. So I would write the name of my assignment, what course it's for, whether I completed it yet or not, and then the actual due date. This template actually makes it so that whenever you press that you completed an assignment, it disappears. That way it stays organized and you only see the ones that you haven't completed. But if you do want to go back and look at all the assignments you have completed, there is this option up here where you can go in and look at all the assignments that you have completed. Next on this page, I have my grades. So ever since I started college, I've been keeping track of all of my grades and all the classes that I've taken. Here I would type in my course that I took, the code for the class, what subject it is, my final grade for the class, and how much credits it was. This has been super helpful because it's been helping me keep track of my credits and how much more I need before I transfer. Then lastly on this page, I just have the section for resources where I keep quick links to things that I need to access easily. Some examples of some resources that I have on here are like my online textbooks. I will just keep the name of the textbook and then like the link of it so that it's just more easily accessible to me. That way I don't have to log in to my Canvas every single time to get these links. I also have the emails of some of my teachers. But yeah, that is basically it for this page. Then down here, I have this completed folder. Every single time I finish a task, I put it in here so that every month you can see all of the tasks that you've finished that month. And it's so satisfying. It kind of makes you feel accomplished being able to see everything that you've finished. All right, so now we're gonna go down here, and here I have this little section of my daily habits. Here I have a cute little picture, once again from Pinterest. It says, I get everything I want, because we gotta have some positive vibes up in here. I ideally would like myself to get these things done first thing in the morning just to get them out of the way. And a lot of the time, just getting these things done makes me feel 10 times more productive. It helps me get my day started a lot faster. And then on the right here, I just have this timer, which I added here so that I can actually time myself every morning when I do start to do these things. So I usually set it for 30 to 40 minutes depending on how tired I am. Usually it's around 30 minutes, and I challenge myself to get all these things done. Usually I get it done pretty fast, so 30 minutes is pretty good for me. So if you guys want to get the same timer, you want to go into Google, look up aption.co, and then you want to look for the Pomodoro to do. And when you find it, you click on it, you get the link to it, you come back to Notion, you type in /embed, and then you paste in that link, and then the little timer appears. So easy. But yeah, this timer has been so helpful with getting my day started earlier. Then at the bottom here, I just have this like overview of my content planning. I will get into this in a bit. So now we're gonna go into our dream life page. This is basically the page where I do a bunch of self-reflecting, manifesting, goal setting. I created this page at the beginning of the year, and that was like the time that I was adding a lot to it. Now I don't really go onto this page very often. This page is mainly for my future self. I do still update it occasionally, just not as often as my other pages. At the top here, we have this little icon of this little girl meditating. Here I have a link to a song. I'm not gonna play because we're not trying to get copyrighted. I just have it titled for my future self because that is what this page literally is. Then I have these 4 links to different pages. So the first one we have here is called manifesting. When you click on it, it basically takes you to this page. I'm not gonna show you guys what it says on there because I just have a bunch of stuff that that I'm manifesting for the upcoming year. I kind of wrote where I'm at right now, where I see myself in the next 6 months, in the next year. A lot of this at the bottom here, I also have updates. So I occasionally go on here and update myself on how I'm doing physically and mentally. And then over here, I just have a Capricorn poster, which I love so much. But yeah, we're just gonna get out of this page because I can't really go too into depth about it. Next, I have this page called For My Future Self. So when you open this page, it's basically a bunch of stuff for me to look back on. I have a bunch of questions on the right of stuff that I asked myself to answer at the end of the year. At the beginning of the year, I wrote this letter to myself for my future self to read. Cannot go too into depth about this because I would probably be exposing myself. We're just gonna get out. Next, we have Soul, which is a way for me to kind of connect with myself a little bit, sit down with my thoughts and reflect on my life. I basically wrote a bunch of prompts for me to answer. I got a lot of these from Pinterest and also from my 5-minute journal. I also have a playlist with relaxing music, pretty chill page. And lastly, I just have a bucket list with a bunch of things that I really want to do within the next year or so. Down here, I just added this quick link to my packing checklist page that I made recently. I just basically wrote down a bunch of stuff that I would need to check off when I'm in the process of packing my stuff. I did just put it onto my bucket list page because this is where I have my travel plans written down. This page is not fully complete. I just started writing stuff into it. I'm still yet to finish it. What's really cool about these lists is that you can actually click on each goal that I set for myself and look at what I wrote. And then when I do finish that goal, I would just drag it into done. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here now. We're gonna go to our work page. So this page contains majority of my planning for like YouTube, for all my content. And what's really cool about Notion is that the app itself is really collaborative. You can literally share pages with other people for the both of you to work on or like look at. And I do plan on getting a manager soon, so I'm trying to make this page as organized as possible because I'm basically going to be sharing this page with my manager and allowing them to see all of like my plans, all of my upcoming like stuff that I have. So here I have a bunch of sections, so let's get into them. First, here we have my YouTube video ideas. So you click on here, it's just a huge list of all the video ideas I have ever had. All of these are checked off because they're the ones I've already done. I'm not gonna scroll too far down because then you're gonna see my upcoming video ideas, which are a secret. And then over here I have content planning. So this is where I go into depth for each video idea. So here I have a section for June content. For June content, I don't have anything on here yet because I'm still yet to add stuff in. But the basic way that I organize this is at the top here, I have like this timeline that gives you a general idea of when I plan on posting the videos that I have coming up and all that. And then at the bottom here, I just have my June content progress. Usually I'll add like my main video ideas that I plan on doing this month. So like for my Notion video, you would type in Notion video. And since I'm currently filming it, I would drag it to filmed. And then, you know, when it's edited and then when it's uploaded. That's basically as far as my content planning goes. And when we go back, we have brand deals. So this is an entire list of all the sponsorships I have coming up, all the ones that I've worked with in the past. I'm gonna have to blur all this out because I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to show you the specific details of all this. But at the top here, I just have all the brands that I've worked with in the past month or so, how much they paid, the due dates for them, the progress of them, if I got paid yet. Then I have some tags and I would either mark them for YouTube or Instagram because those are the main two places that I get sponsors for. At the bottom over here, I have my dream collabs. So when I do share this page with my manager, they can see all the brands I want to collab with. Then down at the bottom, we have my Instagram content planning page where I basically write down all my ideas for Instagram. And then lastly on here, I just have a wish list where I add in a bunch of stuff that I want to purchase. Most of the things that I want to buy are for work and content. This is just a way for me to pause before I check out. I have this very bad impulsive spending problem. The way I have this organized is I have a column for the product that I want to purchase, how much it costs, the link to it if there is one, and then a note where I would normally write that I don't need it, and then a tag column where I basically tag what the item is for. So I have tags for like accessories, closet, technology, personal, and like investments. And then this last column is just for me to check it off if I did end up purchasing it. And in this case, I haven't purchased any of these things. So then on the right, I just have my YouTube and Instagram goals. I have post more reels and just Instagram pictures in general, then hit 50K on Instagram and hit 200K on YouTube. Then at the bottom here, I have this whole overview of my content planning for the month. Normally, this is where I go into extreme depth for each thing that I'm planning. I would normally go in, type in whatever it is that I'm planning, type in the status, whether it's being filmed, edited, pending, whatever. And then I would type in for what platform. So I have other ones like TikTok on here, Instagram. You can actually go in and like see like specific details of stuff. So like there's like an editing checklist in here where you can literally check off every single step that you need to take in order order to finish your video. So this would be for like the bulk of editing. Then there's a due date column. So if it's like a sponsored video and it needs to be due at a certain time or a certain day, you can go in and like add a specific day. And then it just brings up your calendar. You could be super specific, like add a time. You could even add reminders. It's so good. That is basically it for all of my work stuff. So next we're going to be going on to my reflect page, which is basically a page where I do all my reflecting. I put down all my thoughts. Whenever I feel like I need to just write something down, I go to this page. To the left here, I just have this Spotify link to my positive affirmations playlist. To the right here, I just have a bunch of tabs that take you to other pages. If you guys want to create this gallery looking thing, what you want to do, / and type in gallery, and then it gives you a gallery inline option or gallery full page option, and you want to click on the gallery inline so that it doesn't take you to another page and it would be on the same one. You can see it just creates a bunch of these little gallery icon tab things. So the first page that we're going to click into is my monthly reflections page, which is basically a page that I go on to at the end of every month to reflect on the month. So the next to that, we have this brain dump page that I created, which is basically the same thing as the last one, except it's just chaotic in this, so we're not even gonna go into that. Down here I have journal entries. So I actually created this at the beginning of the year hoping that I would go on here and do my journaling, but then I ended up getting a real journal and I haven't actually written anything in here. I wrote down like 3 pages, then I didn't keep up with it, so this is kind of just here. Next we have my food rating. So I actually mentioned this earlier when I was going through my meal planner and I said I would talk about it later, but this is basically a page where I rate every single new food or drink that I try. I don't know if I'm weird for this, but I like doing this because I like to look back at this and see what I thought of a specific food that I tried. I feel like everyone needs to have a page like this in their Notion. Next I have this highlights page where I go on every single time something exciting happens in my life. So like when I hit 100k subscribers, I came and I wrote it here so that at the end of the year I could look back and look at all of the highlights of my year. And lastly down here I just have this watch list page, which is full of shows that I have finished throughout the year. I go on here whenever I finish a show and I rate them and I write down my thoughts and whether I would like recommend it to someone or not. I just feel like it's super interesting to look back on and see all the things I watched throughout the year. And of course we got a picture of my husband up here. And now the last page that I have on here is called Blueprint. We are not going to be opening this page because it is a very secret page that cannot be shared on the internet. We're just not going to go through that. We're just gonna leave it alone. But yeah, so that was it for my Notion tour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I will have a link down below for you guys to go download Notion. I will also have links to the original creators that actually inspired me to create some of my templates, and any other templates that I used I will also have linked below as well. I'm so grateful that I got to work with Notion for this video, and Notion is such a great tool for young adults and students. I talk about Notion all the time on my channel, so you guys know how much I would highly recommend it to anyone that is looking to optimize their productivity and organization. If you guys decide to take any inspiration from my Notion, definitely send me some screenshots on Instagram because I would love to see how you guys customize your Notion. But yeah, that was pretty much it. This video is probably going to be super long, so I'm going to stop talking now. Love you guys very much, and bye!